Hi, my name is Abby with the Emotional Health Collective, and I want to tell you a story about something that happened to me. It doesn't sound dramatic on the surface. There was no big argument, no falling out, but it changed the way I understand kindness. A few years ago, I became friends with someone I genuinely liked. We clicked easily, conversation was easy, time passed quickly when we were together. We started doing errands together, grocery shopping, Target runs, returns, coffee stops, just normal life stuff. I had a car. She didn't love driving, so I drove. At the beginning, it felt natural. I didn't think twice about it. I told myself, I'm already out anyway. It's not a big deal. I don't mind. And that was true, at first. We talked in the car. We laughed. It felt like bonding. But over time, something shifted, and I didn't notice it right away. Every plan started to sound the same. Want to run errands together? Can you pick me up around 10? Text me when you're on your way. There was never a question about how we'd get there. Never a check-in. Never. Does that work for you? Driving wasn't something I offered anymore. It was assumed. I started planning my days around routes, traffic, timing, pickups and drop-offs. And I noticed something else. When errands took longer than expected, I was the one waiting. When plans shifted, I was the one adjusting. When I was tired, it didn't really enter the equation. The moment that finally hit me wasn't a fight. It was quiet. We had just finished shopping. I was loading bags into the trunk. She was already sitting in the car, scrolling on her phone. No thank you, no acknowledgement, just comfort. And suddenly, this thought popped into my head, and I didn't like it. I feel like a car service, not a friend, not an equal, a convenience. That realization came with this heavy feeling in my chest, because I knew something important. She wasn't doing this to me. I had helped create it, not on purpose, not because I wanted anything in return, but because I never stopped to ask myself if it still felt okay. Kindness, when it's consistent and unspoken, quietly turns into expectation. And expectations don't come with gratitude. They come with entitlement. The hardest part was realizing she wasn't being cruel. She wasn't trying to take advantage. She was just following the pattern that had been set. And the pattern said, "This is how it works." The real issue wasn't driving. It was feeling invisible. It was realizing that my time, energy, and effort had become background noise. When I finally said something, my voice shook. I kept it simple. I like doing things together, but I can't always be the one driving. She looked genuinely surprised. She said, "Oh, you never seem to mind." And that sentence stayed with me. Because if you never say no, people assume yes is permanent. This is how kindness gets taken for granted. Not because people are bad, but because comfort grows quietly. When you make things easy, people stop noticing the effort. When you always accommodate, people stop checking in. And none of this means I was wrong to be kind. I wasn't weak. I wasn't foolish. I was generous. But generosity without boundaries teaches people how to treat you. It teaches them what they can rely on, without ever asking if it still feels fair. I didn't need to become cold. I didn't need to harden myself. I just needed to stop abandoning myself to keep things easy. Real respect doesn't disappear when you set limits. It either adjusts, or it reveals what the relationship was built on all along. So if something in your life feels like this right now, with driving, favors, emotional labor, or always being the one who adjusts, that discomfort isn't selfishness. It's information, and you're allowed to listen to it. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and ring the bell for notifications.